As a small business owner, you often have your fair share of challenges. You may even feel you're the only one. Well, what if you could be connected with another small business facing similar challenges? Well, QuickBooks have done that with the Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge. Two small business owners in the same room facing similar challenges, finding solutions and even giving each other advice. So let's find out what happened in today's Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge.
Vonda Khan, Concierge Services. We empower women to live their best life through concierge and personal image enhancement services, personal shopping, bespoke gifting, and we would like you to live your best life.
My name is Rulani Hlungwani. I own a company called Bolt Pal, Pty Ltd. We are an events hiring company. We specialize in elegant furniture. We've got catering equipment. We've got a kitchen that we hire for commercial people who wants to come and cook. We also have centerpieces, linen, you name it, anything that you will need for your event, we have it in our warehouse based strategically in Midrand.
All right, if I have to think about the challenges you're both facing, let me allow you each an opportunity just to summarize it in a phrase or two, because there is a bit of a central theme there. And we can kick off the discussion from that point. So, Vonda, what is on your mind with regards to concierge services?
The question that is top of mind for me is, how do I provide the service to people who don't quite understand the concept? So it's a niche market, it's a luxury service. When I mention that we do concierge services, everybody or most people look at me rather blankly. And then I have to have a conversation, which is great. So I can ask them, what is your most precious resource, which is time? And we provide those services to alleviate the stress in your life. But it's only having that conversation that people then understand. So marketing, you've got to be quick. You've got to have your points very clearly laid out, and that doesn't come across, it doesn't articulate and translate very clearly.
The two challenges, I guess, to that overall challenge. One is it's a fairly new concept, so there's that element of education. Your question relates to how do I tell people what we actually have to offer, and possibly deemed as a bit of a luxury, which I guess in the events industry as well, Rulani, you would be able to relate to as well, because hosting a big event, having a big event when times are tough, companies cut back on that, don't they?
No, yeah, that's correct. So the biggest challenge for us is security. So for us to be able to make more money, we need to have more stock. So we specialize mostly in furniture, different kind of furniture. So theft is the biggest problem in our industry, because what normally happens is we give our clients an opportunity to decide whether they want to hire the stock, come and collect, or we can deliver on their behalf, which gives them peace of mind, because after the event you are tired. So all you want is just to sleep. So you can tell us and say 2 o'clock, come and collect, we come and we collect. No complaints, we just do that. But then again, if we give the clients an opportunity to go and deliver, it opens a hole to the thieves, if I should call them that, to say that they can book a venue, and when we go and collect, when we come back the following day to come and collect our stock is gone. We ask the venue, normally the venue does not want to be involved between an outsourced company and the client.
I guess as a layman, in terms of your space in business, my immediate response to that would be, surely there's a particular type of insurance that is tailored for your kind of business that helps you deal with that, because one isn't really ever going to stop theft, is one?
Interesting enough, the risk is so high that there's only one company, after I fought, that allowed us to, that said yes, they will be able to cover us. But after my first claim, they also cut me off. And I went back to them and I begged them, then they put me under all risk. The rest of the insurances, they said no.
Sounds to me like you need to create a separate business, right? That is a team of security people that are actually in your employ. When you look at a client base, though, is there perhaps merit in saying to yourself, well, I might get more people interested on the concierge side initially, and I can cross-sell them or upsell them to the personal transformation side of things, in the same way that Rulani spoke earlier about we might start looking at now expanding and going more into different parts of the business as opposed to purely the equipment hire. Because if I think about it from that perspective, you could then say to yourself, well, I'm probably more likely to go for, if I go for a corporate type of client who's very, very busy, works long hours, definitely looking for somebody who can plug the gap. That's a different kind of marketing, and you'll find those people perhaps in business titles and perhaps on LinkedIn more than you might find them on Facebook. Whereas you may have a homemaker who's very busy time-wise, but who probably, if you looked at social media platforms, you'll market to more through Facebook than on LinkedIn. She's not going to be on LinkedIn, or he's not going to be on LinkedIn. So, that kind of thinking about your client base would help you, wouldn't it, to target your marketing?
Absolutely. I do have, it's somewhat down to a T, well, far from it. Let's put it that way. The website is being redesigned, so we will
to split those sections.
To split the two.
Yes.
I have two separate Facebook pages.
Okay.
One for the image enhancement and one for concierge services. And then the Instagram page is purely for awareness and showing people what we do.
I guess you have to educate them. Go for it. Yes.
No, I wanted to say, what about blogging and teaching people? I mean, updating every now and then, because that's where I'm going currently. To say, if you don't understand what I'm doing, then let me teach you. So on a daily basis, I will go online and I will tell people to say that the chairs that we have, they can be able to, a person that weighs more than 145 cannot sit on them. But if you weigh less, then you teach these people so that they can be able to understand your business better. Because when you said it the first time, I was also like, huh?
What is that?
Yeah.
So for you, it is that thing that I guess concierge services have gained traction internationally, but very new concept to South Africans. Mm-hmm. And so there's that element of education that kicks in. And then I guess my next question would be, if I was a potential customer, would be, well, what does it cost? Now, in the case of your business, Rulani, I don't really see what it costs because, as you pointed out, I'm dealing with somebody who's at the end of that chain, who's probably the event planner. And so if I'm the client, that's the cost kicks in there. I don't know what they've paid you for the cutlery and the chairs and the tables and what have you. In your case, though, Vonda, I would have a question about, well, is this a monthly fee? Is it a one-off fee? Do I sort of pay as I go every time I use your services? And perhaps putting that kind of information on your website would actually help?
Yes. I have tried many times over the years to articulate the information clearer. Then you have a problem where there's too much information, and gaining the audience or your client's attention is key. Once they are interested, they will then research Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., and give you a call. But getting them interested is initially the concern. Putting the pricing on is something that I've just recently taken off. So constantly researching and going through marketing efforts, it's a game that I have to try different avenues continuously because you don't know what works and what doesn't in this new environment.
What about client testimonials? I mean, wouldn't that be an area to explore? Sometimes your client who's satisfied can say more than what you could say in all kinds of marketing blurb in a much shorter time.
No, I agree. For me, I get 80% of my business from social media, but then it's mostly because if a person goes to a page, for example, there's a page called I Know a Guy. If a person says, I need Tiffany chairs, you'll find that out of the 30 comments, there's probably 4 or 5 people that have written my name to say, Rulani, can you see this? So, yes, you are right. These are the people that have worked with me before. They know our services. They know we add a touch of elegance to each and every event. So I think it will work. Your testimonials, they will just give it to you for free. It's free marketing.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, very often that is the way to go, is rely on your clients to do your marketing for you. And if you can get to that point.
And it's the cheaper way of doing it. So.
Right. We
And
don't
most
all have.
authentic as well. Because you're not telling the client what they need or want. It's proven.
Does that give you something to think about in terms of perhaps taking social media to a different level from your perspective at Concierge Services, Vonda? From that marketing a niche service, using the social media, hearing that it's been so useful for another small business owner?
Absolutely. I do know for a fact that social media and content marketing is the way to go. I have, in the recent months, been very active on it. I also do it myself. It remains more authentic that way until such time where I will need to have help. And it's still a point of getting the traffic through the door. So as much as your content marketing and your social media is great, or it can be excellent, it's a product versus a service.
Well, this is the thing,
Rulani
yes.
has a
Rulani
product.
has a product, it's tangible, that's
Yes.
what she deals with. Yours is a service. So I guess the only way to really have the proof in the pudding and the proof of concept, so to speak, is for a potential client to actually see the outcome
Yes.
of what your service can deliver, which would lead us back to the client testimonials on an image enhancement level, you know, that whole sense of people being able to explain how that might have changed something in their lives. Because I would imagine that's absolutely how you're positioning. It's not just about the look, it's about, it's the whole persona and helping people in that way.
The confidence to be yourself and dress the way you want to, appropriately for different situations, it's key. Otherwise, you build a personal brand that will fall flat because you're not being true to who you are. So it's inward and outward.
Ladies, thanks so much. It's been an absolute pleasure hearing what your day-to-day challenges are and just seeing you share some ideas. As you said, marketing, the way to go. That brings us to the end of this edition of the Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge. You heard it from Vonda and Rulani, marketing. Even more important in a tough economic environment where you might be dealing with something that is deemed to be more of a luxury, something people want as opposed to need. And I guess you have to convince them that it's something they need and not just want.